I am actually sick to my stomach here. I cannot believe what happened earlier today. Let me take you to the Giants-Eagles game, a game that would already be marred with some whistling controversy when the Eagles kicked a field goal and the whistles were blown mid-play, and yet the play continued in just a weird situation, leaving Sirianni mad. But that was nothing compared to what was about to happen. On a crucial fourth down conversion attempt, Jalen Hurts lurches forward in the now infamous tush push and extends his arms to try to get the first down. But that's when the man, the myth, the legend, Thibodeau reaches out and plucks the ball out of his yardage-greedy arms to strip it away and get the fumble, which is when we get maybe one of the worst cases of referee malpractice I've seen since the Saints-Rams no call. And that is after the ball is stripped, the ball is rolling on the ground, and they try to blow the play dead.
Taken away from Kayvon Thibodeau. Did they blow the whistle? It looks like they did.
Now, mind you, with Hurts reaching his arms out, it's pretty much immediately grabbed and ripped out of his arms. And this, with as much football as I watch, should never be called dead for forward progress, at least not at that second. And what's even worse is how late the whistles are blown, because if this play should have so obviously been blown dead for forward progress, why are the whistles being blown after the ball gets obviously knocked out? If you want a good example of what it should look like, well, a little loose to call it a good example, but a better example of what it should look like in this type of situation, let's go to the Broncos game. While attempting to score, they get gummed up at the 1 yard line, and no progress is being made for a solid second and a half. And then boom, the whistles get blown, and the subsequent push into the end zone gets wiped away. Here's why that makes more sense, because whether you disagree with if the progress was truly dead or not, the play was blown dead.
And the push.
And then what happens after the whistles gets blown is ignored. In the Eagles game, it's the opposite. The ball gets ripped out, lands on the ground, and then the play gets blown dead. And they have to go back in time to make their whistles seem like they happened to before the ball gets stripped out and call it already dead while Jalen Hurts still had it and the first down, mind you. And typically, with a tush push, they let this thing go for a second or two so they can get that second little push to get across whatever line they're going for. This might just be one of the worst officiated moments I've ever seen in like a decade and a half, and it's time for this entire play to go.
He is reaching. That is an early whistle in my opinion.
Oh my God.